Hey guys, how's it going? Matt from Foul Ball Productions here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Second time for some of you. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing great. This is my ongoing coverage of every single episode of The Expanse. This is the end of season 2, the finale, Caliban's War, what the second novel was named after. It's all been leading to this. Not really. This is only like a pit stop in this whole story. It's just a little, nothing's resolved. We've got a whole lot to go. Season 3 is where it really gets hot, baby. It's where it really gets hot. Yeah. Well, things are really interesting for me right now. The channel's blowing up. Put out one video. I'm over 100 subscribers like that. I couldn't get past 62 for like a week. And then boom, pushed right over 100. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Glad to have all you new people here. It means a lot. I'm happy to share my crazy fanatical love of The Expanse with all of you, with my returning viewers and all my new friends. All my new friends here. Lovely to see you. Thanks for joining me. And you can be a really good friend by pressing like. Please press like on the video so that we can feed the YouTube gods. So those beasts, those insatiable beasts will, I don't know, put my content up. More people see it. More people will watch me praise The Expanse for hours at a time. And subscribe too. Cool shows coming out. Tonight around 6:30, 6 o'clock Pacific, me and Lindsay are talking Christmas movies. Doing a little Christmas movies. Too late. That was Lord Thoth. Lord Thoth did a stream with me last week. I thought maybe he could join today. He can't. Rats. We're doing a new Christmas movie every week, me and Lindsay. This week we're doing, tonight, we're doing Miracle on 34th Street. And then we're doing Christmas Shoes, I think it's called. The Christmas Chronicles, and finally Klaus. I'm not sure about that order. I know Klaus is last. I don't know what the next two. Anyway, we're talking Christmas because it's Christmas time. I love Christmas. Look at my logo. There we go. Look at it. It's Christmassy. It's got a Santa hat on it. It's adorable. It's adorable. So stay tuned for that. Plus, I'm going to be banging out these Expanse videos because I'm really trying to get through the entire 4 seasons before the new season comes out on December 16th. And I'm going away for like 5 days during that time. It's going to be difficult, but I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best. So what do you say we get into it? We slam it down. If you guys want to watch along, you can do so. There's a watch party link in the description that's not updated. Crap. I'll put it in the chat. If you want to watch along, it's in the chat. Bam. Bam. There it is. So if you want to watch along, go for it. This way you know where I'm at in the episode. You don't have to piece it together. And if I go off on a tangent, you can still enjoy beautiful Expanse content. All right. I pressed play. Hey. There we go. Okay. Boom. This episode is rated 16 plus for violence. What a weird age cutoff that is. I think I pointed that out in one of the videos, but it's like 16. So if you're 15, you can't handle it. What is the cutoff? Like, how do you, at least when it's 18, there's like a legality attached to it. You're legally an adult, but who's to say what's violence a 16-year-old can handle? Very bizarre. I find it to be odd. I'm going to make a rant. You know what? Screw The Expanse. I'm going to go off on the MPAA. Yeah, man. I don't really have much else to say. I don't really care. I never even look at that stuff. The only thing is sometimes I'll look at a rating and be like, it's PG-13. It probably sucks. That's the only thing I use. But I don't have any kids, so maybe I would if I had chillids. But I would just want them to stay away from shitty content. I'd be like, that show's awful. Don't you watch it. I don't care if it's PG. You're my son. You're watching good content. Got it? You only watch The Expanse on repeat. You're not my son till you can recite every single episode. Who was the OPA commander? Yeah, that's what I thought. Go to your room. We're back on Jules Pierre Mao's yacht, and it's a gunfight. We've got Cotier. Is that his name? Yes, Cotyar. Cotyar. Bobbie and Avasarala. Avasarala, obviously not a soldier. Cotyar took one in the gut, and Bobbie doesn't have a gun. However, she does have power armor in the belly of their ship. Yeah, because for some reason their power armor's there. I forgot. That could be argued that that's a contrivance. I don't want to say it is, because I think there was a good plot reason, but you'd think maybe they would think twice. Like maybe we should have a Martian Marine with their power armor on the ship where we might double cross you if we decide we want to. But hey, there are so few. That's even arguably a plot convenience. And there are so few plot conveniences on this show. I mean, come on. Once in a while, you got to take some delicate liberties. Delicate. I wonder if, like, the writers, if they heard me say that, they'd be like, what? No, that's not even close to a liberty. Here's why that's accurate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love your show. I didn't mean to upset you. I would never do that. Never. Tearful reunion with Naomi and Holden. Holden is over his proto-molecule fueled rage. Lord Thoth. Hey, buddy. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I just mentioned you. I was disappointed you couldn't show in. You couldn't pop in, but that's okay, buddy. We'll do more in the future. Lord Thoth is an Expanse fanatic, just like I, and we love talking about it together. It's really cool. It goes well. So he'll be there in the future. Keep an eye out for Lord Thoth, the Egyptian god. Speaking of gods, Abel's got his shirt off. Am I right? What a beefcake. He does have it kind of low. He does look like he's posing. It's like low. His pants are off. It's like, yeah, I do a lot of sit-ups. The fam's all back together on the Rossi. Rossi looking pretty. It's still hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that the ship is vertical, and when it's flying like this, they're all standing up on. I don't get it. My head doesn't do that. I'm trying. It's like all this orientation messes with my brain, messes with my brain dome. But I guess gravity is very relative in these situations. Naomi fills out that flight suit pretty goddamn well, I gotta say. Dominique Tipper, heavens to Betsy. Be my engineer anytime. I hope it doesn't come off too gross that I praise the women's looks on this show. I just happen to find them all incredibly attractive. And they are. It's a very, very interesting crop of ladies who are very gifted and powerful and strong, obviously, but happen to be beautiful too. We've got the proto-molecule soldier, Jake D. Hail, Jake D. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. You caught up yet, dude? When you're caught up, man, you jump in on these streams too, brother. We'll get the whole fandom menace in here. I'm down. This is The Expanse, baby. Best show on TV. New season coming out, guys. December 16th. Oh, yeah. Get ready. Only got 2 left. Only 2 left. So the proto-molecule soldier. Prax is still trying to argue that the proto-molecule soldier is, like, worth protecting. It's like, look, man, I feel bad for you and your kid, too. But, like, what are we gonna do with this monster? Put it in daycare? Are you gonna put pigtails in this thing's hair, man? Come on, we gotta kill this thing. I'm sorry if it's your daughter, I really am, but this thing is tearing apart the ship, bro. What are you gonna do? Yes, all right, you're catching up. You're gonna have to move quickly though, bro. I am burning through these coverages. I'm trying to get them all done by the new season coming out. And then there's Vegas, the whole thing. But yeah, I love to have you, brother. This is dope. So they're in the Martian armor, and the way they're like cooking around the platform looks so cool. They're like in the Martian, like the full decked out in the armor, and then they give it a little first person shooter action. Oh, it does look cool. I know that's kind of a gimmick, but I fall for it. Well, then, Jake, you shouldn't be listening to this, buddy. Wait, if you're on episode 6, man, these are huge spoilers, bro. Huge spoilers. I'll give you a second to leave, buddy. But you don't even know about this thing yet. Yeah, we got this, like, dude, the proto-molecule soldiers are intense looking. Like, they almost like their legs bend backwards like a cat or a chicken or something like that. Or maybe it's like their heel bones. I don't know. It's really, really intense looking. And they're just like all like blue and like huge. Oh yeah, this guy just ripped out a bomb out of his chest. And Naomi's like, what the fuck was that? And then Holden and Amos just light him up. Light him up. I love the guns. I talk about it every episode, but I'll praise it every time. I love the weapons. And the proto-molecule soldier just flings this box of whatever with these giant magnet clamps on it and pins Holden to the wall. Oh, by the way, the thing it threw out of its chest, which is a really cool thing. They put like a failsafe in these things to like blow it up if it ever like goes off the reservation, as it were. But I don't know, this thing like figured it out and like dug it out of its chest. That's fair, Jake. That's fair, buddy. You're a better man than I, though. When it comes to something I love, man, I don't like spoilers. Hurts my fifis. You know, I want to be surprised. I want to experience it completely immersed. I want to be surprised and thrown off. Love it. Certain things, though, I guess I completely agree. But if I love something, I don't like spoilers at all. None whatsoever. This is such a cool sequence. Such a cool sequence. Fun fact, the bullets that, like, you know, in universe, the bullets that those weapons fire are plastic so that they don't go through the hull of all these spaceships that they are often fired in. Isn't that interesting? Thought that was clever. Very smart. Very smart. I never knew what they were till I read the book, but they all have like a little electrical sounds, like I think they turn them on or I don't know what that's about, but it looks cool. I didn't know if they were like plasma weapons or whatever, just magazine fed ballistics, but they're dope. They're so dope. Oh, I want a prop. I want like Amos's prop shotgun, like in a case in my living room. That'd be so cool. Few shells missing because it looks like it's battle worn. Oh, or how about like the helmet, like one of those Martian like marine helmets, just like in like a glass case on a bookshelf. Oh. I have a bunch of Expanse merch. Not too much. Should get some more. I want to buy some like little bobbleheads or models or something like that. Can't get enough. It looks so cool. The proto-molecule soldier, by the way, is digging through the hull, through all the decks in the ship down to the nuclear reactor. I don't know if they know that yet, but he's just tearing apart the hull. Like, oh, that's no good. This is really cool. I love this moment. So Kotyar, that this episode was rocking. You're not kidding. You're not kidding, man. They know how to do finales. They really do. Kotyar, and like when they're pinned down on the ship, right? The two guards, they start appealing to Kotyar. They're like, look, dude, we don't want you. Just give us Avasarala. You can live. It's all good. No one wants to die. And like, you get the feeling he thought about it for a second. Which is so interesting. Like, just considering all his options, making sure he's making the right call. I love that. And Avasarala says something like, oh, you better stop wasting rounds, bro. You better make those shots count. I feel like you don't have a lot of magazines. I wonder how many rounds fit in those things. I mean, they're ballistic plastic rounds, but they probably still have to have like some kind of gunpowder or something. So you can't put like, I don't know. I mean, they have drives that run on efficiency in this time in history. So maybe they have efficient ballistic rounds. I don't know. But it seemed like a lot. It seemed like quite a few. It's okay with me, though. It's okay with me. I like these guns. So now they got a plan to sneak Bobbie out, go get our power armor, which is so badass. Smart, clever. Lord Thoughts giving real military, real weapon handling advice. A few spots like holding your breath is not a good thing. Yeah, you're supposed to like breathe through it or something, right? I wasn't in the military, I don't know, but I've heard that before. Yeah, now we're looking on the outside of the Rossi, which is sick. It's got a big hole just ripped into the side of it because of this giant soldier. How does it get so much bigger? I wonder if the proto-molecule, like people, whatever race, whatever they are, like, I wonder if that thing like if it had intentions to turn people into like super soldiers or whatever, like if that was part of the design, or if that was just something that we came up with. Like, wonder if we injected this into people, what would happen? God, I want to know more about the proto molecule. But please, guys, as always, no spoilers from the books. No spoilers from the books. This is an Expanse TV show covering channel. I understand, but yeah, I try, because I personally, I don't want any spoilers, and I don't want people who, you know, watch the show to like be spoiled. You know what I mean? I don't want them to feel like they can't come here to get the content. You know what I mean? Because spoilers are not fun when you love it. Spoilers are not fun. Even recreation tonight. It's been a while, brother. It's been a long time. I used to shoot skeet when I was a kid. I haven't fired a gun in a long time, my friend. Yep. No, I want to, though. I want to get back on the range, man. It's fun to shoot. It's real fun to shoot. Maybe we go in Vegas to go shoot some machine guns, huh? What do you think? My buddy is in Iraq, and he's telling me all these things that he fired. I was like, holy shit. That sounds pretty cool. He's like, yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. This is I like this whole thing. I could see this playing out on a tabletop video game. Tabletop gaming scenario where they have the proto molecule soldier, and they've got to figure out how to kill it. Right? Like if you ever played tabletop, like sometimes you're faced with these puzzles that you can't just shoot it, or you can't, sling arrows at it or whatever. You have to like figure out like something new, coming up with a new idea. I could see that happening. Like I could see them like this coming up in their tabletop expression of this universe. And they're like, okay, the thing's clanging through it every time it goes all the way around or something like that. Like it's moved further. I don't know. Oh, and we're back. Oh, yeah. We're back on that medical ship that's orbiting Venus. I forgot the name of that ship. Thoth, do you remember? That little medical ship that they're flying in? I forgot what it's called, but it's got the cool scientist and the all business scientist. They got the two guys. And that makes me a little concerned to play with you at some point there, Thoth. You're gonna make it brutal for me, bro. Hey, I'm thinking about starting up a gaming channel, dude. We should talk about that, like tabletop type gaming channel. We should talk about that sometime off air, because I think that would be fun. So this is that moment where that craft Marasmus. That's right, the Marasmus is lowering into the atmosphere of Venus. And I think the two things coincide, right? I think when they blow up the proto-molecule soldier, or something happens with the proto-molecule soldier, then the proto-molecule on Venus like takes the Marasmus down to the bolts. Thought that was so cool. And you just see them floating there like, what the fuck? And the way it all expanded. It looked like it was in a factory, like it was down to like each nut and bolt. Like it just stripped the whole thing down. It's kind of like a god, a proto molecule at times. It's kind of like a god with like a blindfold on. It's just like struggling to figure out what's around it. It's like, okay, that looks like a person. It's an interesting entity, that proto molecule. Machine guns in Vegas sounds promising. Fuck yeah, dude. That's what they do out there. You can go to shooting ranges. Oh no. Can you guys hear the ice cream truck that just parked out on the side of my street? I'm gonna have to get up and turn that. Down. Close the door. I'll be right back. I can still hear it. I don't know if you guys can. I hope that you can't, because it's a little silly. Like dee 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 dee. Oh yeah. So now they figured out that the proto molecule. Yeah, there's like some Russian dude with like an ice cream truck on the street sometimes, and he's there now. that started in like quarantine, and that never happened before. But now he's like still out there, and it's like, guess I got to soundproof this wall. I had to go run and grab when I come back with an icy. But they figured out that the proto-molecule soldier is like attracted to the radiation in the drive, and it's like, if it's crazy. So if the drive is running, then the proto-molecule is tearing apart the ship, like going for the radiation. But if it's not, then it's looking at Holden, and it's coming towards Holden, and Holden's trying to like grab Amos's gun because they're in 0G. It's getting intense. It's getting really intense. I love that rock and a hard place thing. Do we let Holden die, or do we destroy the ship? What do we do? Yeah, Alex he's not having that. He's not having that at all. That would be hilarious. Just come back with so I had to just close the window. It was delicious ice cream. Oh, I just had this. Total coincidence. So they got it. So Alex ain't having that, and he turns on the drive, and the proto-molecule soldier goes back and starts pounding at the duck, trying to get that delicious radiation for their soul. I just realized like Bobbie ends up in elevator shafts kind of a lot. This happens in season 3 too. Right now, so she's in the elevator shaft on the on what's his name ship on Joel Pierre Mao's really nice yacht. I love how pretty they made that. Oh shit! So she's climbing down the elevator shaft to get her armor, and now the elevator is coming down on her. This is funny. So back to the shootout area. Avasarala is like giving Cotillard like the diplomatic things to say, and he's just like yelling it, and he's like, then she'll say the thing, and then he'll like yell it to them. That's so funny because that's her skill. She's got like, maxed out speech skills. Her charisma is super high. I would love to see the character sheets of these characters, wouldn't you? I would love that. I would love that. Oh, Bobbie almost got killed by the elevator. Wow. She didn't even like drop. She's just like, oh, it's going to crush me and that's going to suck. But it luckily just stopped right here. Whew. Real close. Avasarala and Cotillard. Exactly. Yeah. She's got 17 charisma. Really maxed out. Plus, she's probably got some kind of class bonus being a politician. Doesn't what's that other game that's not D&D, but it's like D&D? I can't think of. Yeah, Bobbie's got 19 strength, right? Amos only has 17. What's that game? The one. Oh, it's the one that's like the D&D that like everyone plays. It's like the mod, but it's kind of more official. Oh, I can't think of it. Anyway, but I feel like there's some kind of diplomat class in that one. You'll know. I know Thoth will know. I can't think of it. But here's a scene where the Marasmus is just like, wow, heading down into Venus's atmosphere. They're hitting a crosswind of 300 kilometers an hour. That's pretty intense. Pathfinder. I remembered it. Pathfinder is what I was trying to think of. I think there's like a diplomat class on that. So as they're descending, that looks really cool. As the Marasmus is descending onto the atmosphere, the Martian ship, just a Martian like cruiser, just flies right by them to land down on the. To land down on the. Yes, that was it. Yes, Pathfinder. Yeah, it lands at like shoots right past them, and now Bobbie's just kicking the ever-loving shit out of these two guards. But I guess the weapons are like keyed to their DNA, so she got these guns, but she can't use them. She just dumps them in the recycler. Oops. That was kind of a silly moment, actually. Like she goes down, right? And she like picks up the gun and tries to shoot, and the guy goes, oops. But he's got his gun pointed down, and he doesn't like just shoot her. He just says oops with his rifle not pointed. Come on. Yeah, that's a little silly. And then she like throws the gun at him. He's like, "Oh gosh, what happened to me?" Come on. Little silly. That's all right. Still like when people like villains or anyone behaves stupid just out of convenience. You're like, they wouldn't do that. Why would he do that? Yeah, now they're like doing anything they can to on the Rossi. They jump around in these past 2 episodes. They jump around a lot. I got to try to keep resetting it. But they're on the back on the Rossi, and as I call her, Dominique. Naomi is like running through all the different ideas she can. Mining charges. What can we? I don't know. How do we kill this thing? We got to do something. Aw. And Holden's trying to have he's having a moment with Naomi. Just like a, if we don't get out of this alive moment. Aw. God, that hurts, man. Slow pushing. He looks cool, though, as he's dying. The helmet, those Martian helmets look sick. I want some of that gear, dude. I want that gear. I want that Martian armor, man. Look, see? MCRN, baby. MCRN. I want that stuff. I want it. Although, truth be told, I'm probably more of a belter. Just going to be 100% honest. Oh, gosh. Naomi's all cryy. Slow movie camera around her. Single tear goes down her eye. It's super dramatic. Sad. Oh, Holden's face mask is fogging up. I feel like that would be a feature they would have to take care of. I mean, if you're constantly wearing space helmets, I would want them to have some magical defogging something. It would be difficult. That was probably just a consequence of shooting in the real world and not in a science fiction future. But the emotional impact is there. You still feel it. The soldier is going ape shit on the deck. So we're back on the Jules Pierre Mau's ship, which I have to figure out the name of that. But back to the negotiations between Avasarala and Kotyar. Oh, and Kotyar passed out. He passed out from blood loss. And Avasarala just sticks fingers in his wound to wake him up. That's funny. Yeah, I do too, man. I said like one of the other streams that like if I had to make a prediction of characters that were gonna like work together and things that were gonna happen, this would have been like the last 2 I would have put together. And never for a minute imagine that happening. But it's such a cool confluence. And I love that they do that. You know, eventually Bobbie and Avasarala end up on the Rossi. It's like, who the hell saw that coming? Never imagined that was going to happen. And they also like, then they kind of, and they go their separate ways too. Like they don't stay together for a long time. Love it. Yeah. And now Kotyar and the other guard are kind of having this moment where like Kotyar's kind of like the guy's kind of saying, Luke's joining for a little while, probably for a few seconds till he gets tired and runs off. He's just saying, yep, see, fluffy man. Basically just like, hey man, there's no reason for us to die for these rich people. Okay. I don't need to die. You don't need to die. Let's just not do it. Just give me her and we'll both go free. And Avasarala really thinks that he's going to do it. I wonder. I don't know. I was going to make a thought, but I'm not going to. And Bobbie finds this like, oh, this poor guy. This poor, like, I think he's an engineer. This guy really gets the raw end of the deal. Bobbie finds this engineer with like his hand on the airlock, like, hey, I'm not a soldier, but I'll blow us out into space, man. Back off. And that guy ends up, Kotyar's got to kill him later. Yeah, I agree. What makes this show so amazing? The opposites that make strange bedfellows and like how people's paths cross and the impact of like one person's action. It's almost like the impact of the proto-molecule, like something happening over here and instantly happening over here. It's almost like a metaphor for what happens in the solar system. Like something that happens on the belt affects something that happens on Earth, which affects Mars, which affects these people. Like it's like all connected. It's like a lattice. It's like a lattice of coincidence that hangs over the universe. People don't see it. Plate of shrimp. Plate of shrimp. Anyone who saw Repo Man's like, oh. But most people haven't seen that movie. Just like Kamina and Ashford, amazing chemistry, non-romantic, but so great seeing them act. I love them. That's like Bobbie's season 3. Drummer's season 3 is like, that's when I fell in love with her. I was like, this girl's amazing. I love her toughness. I love the frustration in her face when Ashford starts like taking over and her like she can't say anything, but boy, is she mad. And she's like, a foot shorter than him and just as formidable. Yeah, I love them too. It's coming up. Season 3 is coming up. Next episode, baby. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, I think. Something like that. So we're back to Bobbie and her electrician, not an engineer. And she's like, she's talking him out of killing them both. She's just like, listen, I don't care about you. Doesn't mean anything to me. I got to do my thing. I will let you live. Don't kill me. And she's a woman of her word. For a little while. He does end up dying by her, not by her hand, but by her action. Casualties of war, man. Casualties of war. It's a tough world. So I think, was it Prax that developed this plan? Yeah, I think it was Prax that developed the plan back on the Rossi to take a nuclear warhead, like one of their torpedoes, and then take the nuclear core of it and put it out into space so that the proto-molecule soldier will track that source. Once they turn the Rossi off, the proto-molecule soldier will be drawn out to the nuclear power core, and then deuces. Beltalauda. I love that they have a whole language. I want to speak Belter. Man. Holden is making all his like final, all his peace with the crew. Aw. I mean, it is the season finale. You don't know. You don't. I mean, I guess maybe you read the books, obviously, but this show takes some pretty big swings. They might kill Holden. I mean, they obviously wouldn't, but they it's reasonable. They killed Shed in season 1 like that. I never saw that coming. Miller's dead. They kill people in this show, but not as much as Game of Thrones, but people die. I like that Amos is kind of subdued. Like, I like him kind of recovering from his wounds in this episode, and he's just kind of like still on like whatever morphine. Back to the standoff with Kalchar. Avasarala. Oh, that's so sweet. Avasarala is saying to him, like, if you got to sell me out, I get it. Just stop Ehrenreich, okay? Like, it's okay, just... Ooh. She kind of tried to play the dead son card on him. And he said, I owe him, not you. And he's like, yeah, but I'm going to do it. Oh, Jesus. Damn, this is so tense. So many things are happening in this scene. It's hard for me to, like, convey it all. He said he's going to protect her. Now she's going to risk her life for his. There's so much going on. It's so real. And so now she's, like, surrendering. Hands up. Kotiar is dropping his weapon. He's surrendering. I'm surprised they didn't just... Yeah, they are. So they're just gonna... Oh, man. So now they're just going to wipe out everybody. Oh, Kotyar and Avasarala, they surrender, and they just got to take them down. Take them down. The proto-molecule soldiers taking the bait. They shut the Rossi off. The shot's completely upside down. They're walking on the underside of the Rossi with their mag boots. Oh, it's got to be scary, man. I can't imagine just like the infiniteness of space. How terrifying that would feel to just be out in space. I get freaked out when I'm in the ocean. Yeah, the thing senses the radiation. It's working. Oh, Holden's like dying. He's losing. It looks like he's losing a lot of blood. Yeah, this is really cool. This is so ballsy of Prax, by the way, too. It's a great way to end this season. Because it's amazing. The story's not over, but it was a really exciting end. So they take out the nuclear core of the torpedo. This little sphere. And then the thing, like the proto-molecule soldier takes the bait. And now this is cool. They're doing almost a point of view thing. And he jumps out of the Rossi. And he's climbing on the outside. Man, that thing moves. And the Rossi looks so pretty. Such a nice ship. I love the Rossi. I want like a Rossi ornament. And now they're out there and they're just standing on the thing. They're just standing on the outside of the ship. Prax has got the nuclear core in his hand like a bocce ball. And the proto-molecule soldier's like a panther on the other side. And I think this is like, I think that the conceit is they're maybe thinking Prax thinks it's his daughter. And Naomi's like, it's Prax, stop, like throw it. What are you doing? Throw the thing. He's just holding the ball, waiting as the thing gets closer and closer. And like Naomi's like, it's not your daughter. Throw it. Oh, they cut to commercial. That was a badass cut. That was smart. And everyone's convincing him, throw it. It's not May. And the thing was, Prax all along had a plan. He waited right until it got there and he just threw it straight up. So the proto-molecule soldier would leave the Rossi out in space. And it got the thing. It got it, clutched it like Gollum in the ring, just like at the last second, got it. And melts just like this guy gets it. Fired up the barbecue. Doing a little flip and burn. So cool. There we go. This giant engine, it just lights up. And he's got the engine. He looks like a baby in the womb. And it just torch him. There he goes. I wonder if there was any risk of that. And that looks really cool. They just like slowly pushed in on it as it like disintegrated. That looks cool. I was saying, I wonder if there's any I wonder if that could detonate that nuclear core. I don't know. But the Martian. So we're back with the Marasmus descending on the Venus. The Martian ship is gone. The Marasmus is descending. All the bumping of the ship just suddenly stops. All their computer screens go screwy. Right. Because this was the second. Right. Because they just destroyed the proto-molecule soldier. And at the exact same time, while they're on the atmosphere of Venus, the blue stuff enters the Marasmus. And then what happens next? Strip down to the bolts instantly. It communicates. Like, what is that? Entangled electrons or something like that communicate instantly no matter the distance between them. Physicists help me out with that. But I remember there's something like that on like quantum physics where like two electrons that are entangled, no matter how far they are, if you affect one, it affects the other one instantly. Is that correct? I remember reading that somewhere. Obviously, I don't have much of a science background. Hey, I'm an entertainer. I don't need to know science. I just need to smile. Yeah, no, I wish I knew a little more about it. But yeah, I think that's true. I think so. Maybe that's what they're playing on with the proto-molecule. I don't know. Interesting stuff either way. And by the way, Holden is just fine. Just fine. His legs all destroyed, but and I mean, whatever their medical chairs are is just magic. It's like a healing spell. It's like you take like a video game health pack, and like no matter what's wrong with you, blink, you go your hit points, the restore. Hey Luke, what's cracking, brother? Oh, look at you, so fuzzy. Look at you, so fuzzy. You're so fuzzy. They're having a nice little moment, Naomi and Holden. I like their relationship a lot. I didn't see it coming either. I think in the book, like there's a bigger lead up, like he, has this whole thing, but I never saw it coming in the show. Oh, and by the way, Bobbie saves the day with her Martian armor. And it's like these guys have never seen power armor because she just throws them aside like they're nothing, which makes it all the more ridiculous that back in the beginning of this season, she could arm wrestle this armor and win. Well, if she could beat her armor, what does she need it for? Stupid. But she just saved the day with her armor and just threw everyone around like they were rag dolls. Yeah, this is the moment with the Erasmus. Oh God, that looks so cool. Just stripped it down. And it really looks like a blueprint. Like every single little piece is accounted for. And it's just hovering in space. And like even all the little components are taken apart. God, that must have been intricate CGI to have done. And they're just floating there, like shocked and probably breathing in sulfuric acid. But they're just like, holy shit, what the hell's going on? Yeah, it looks really cool. And they're just shocked. And then that's it. Last we hear from them. I wonder if maybe they come back. This is Naomi's confession. Naomi. Tisk, Naomi. This is when she admits that she gave Fred Johnson the proto-molecule sample. Oh, Holden looks so crushed. He looks so hurt. He just looks like, oh no, feelies. Oh. Kind of like some balls on Naomi to have gotten pissed at Holden at any point, though, over the past season. When she betrayed everybody and potentially put the whole solar system in jeopardy. Some nerve of her to be like, hey, you were in the doghouse, mister. It's like, you're in the doghouse forever now, Naomi, forever. You're never out. She gave it to Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson. Oh, he can't even believe it. Holden's shocked. Yeah, it's a pretty shocking thing for her to do, really. In character, though, which is what's so interesting about that betrayal, is that she is so empathetic to the belt that it kind of, it makes sense that she would behave in such a way. Kind of. I mean, it was a little shitty, but and they're focusing in on Venus. Oh, wait. Oh, no, was that Io? Maybe that was just, I'm full. That was Jupiter. So now they're on Io. Is that right? Is Io a moon of Jupiter? I think it is, but I'm not sure. Once again, my physics knowledge, astrophysics, relatively limited. But they just, it's so dark. They just have all these coffins that these kids are like in, like they're in like a hypersleep chamber, and they've just got like dozens and dozens of them. Man, that show is good, huh? What a great ending. What a great, seasons of TV. I think I don't know, I don't think either season has like an end of a story, which makes it kind of very interesting, right? Because the season 1 story kind of ends like halfway through season 2, and then the season 2 story kind of ends like halfway through season 3, and then that all ends at the end of season 3. It's like portions of the same. I don't know. It's really interesting, atypical television writing, but I think that's why it's so amazing. So amazing. Well, hey guys, catch me on the next one tomorrow. I think it's 10 o'clock. I think it'll be on. Breaking into season 3. Hopefully going to burn through that, through season 4, and then season 5, baby. The new season. And if you guys are bored, you want to stick around and see me talk to a webcam at excuse me, at 6 o'clock Pacific, me and Lindsay are talking Miracle on 34th Street. Going to be talking Christmas and Christmas movies. A little more lighthearted, a little more pleasant, a little more wholesome. We'll be doing that tonight. So thanks for joining me. Welcome all you new people. Very happy to have you here. And I'll see you guys all around on the next stream. Press that like button. Okay, bye.